Today we're going to talk about something called school to work plans. So in all of your agricultural education classes up to this point, we've spent a lot of time talking about supervised agricultural experience projects or SAEs. You still are required to have a SAE in this class. Sorry, you don't get out of that. But what we're trying to do in this class is to teach you how to transform things that you're interested in and hopefully what you've already been doing in your SAE into something called a school to work plan. So a school to work plan is nothing more than just making sure that you have a career goal in mind and are working towards that goal. So here's some factors to consider when making those plans. The first, what standard of living are you looking to have when you grow up? Are you the type of person that's going to have to make $100,000 a year to be able to survive? Then that's going to probably limit your careers. Are you willing to work hard and make more money than the average person in your career? Those type of things will factor into your standard of living. Personal contact. Do you like working with people or do you like kind of working by yourself? Required education. If you don't like school, finding a job that requires 8 to 10 years of college is probably not the right job for you. What skills are required? I don't think that you should be an underwater welder if you can't swim. So there's some basic things for different careers that are requirements to be able to be successful. Location. Are you willing to move? If you want to work on an oil rig, we don't have any of those in Raleigh. So you might want to find a different location and you got to be willing to relocate. If you're not willing to move, then that's probably not the right job for you. Personal interest. Is there a way that you can turn something that you're interested in, a hobby, into something that will make you money? A lot of times, if you're able to do that, you're going to be happier with your career and you're going to be more willing to make the difficult choices to make it happen. Working conditions. Do I want to be inside? Do I want to be outside? Work hours. Am I willing to work on the weekends? Am I willing to work more than the 40 hours a week that may be typical? Retirement. Do I need a job that's going to help pay for my retirement or am I going to save on my own? Typically, state and government jobs or jobs that have what's called a pension come with retirement. Health and happiness. Am I physically capable of doing the demands of this job? Other things that you need to look at when choosing a career and getting this school to work plan in place. Like we said, consider those interests and abilities, the things from the last screen. Then narrow down your field of jobs. So if you know you want something in the ag mechanics field, narrow it down. Do you want it to be more in an engineering field? Do you want a welding field, construction? Working on diesel engines, narrow it down a little bit more. Then study the requirements. What am I going to have to get education wise in order to get a job in this career field? Then always plan for alternatives. What happens if you don't get into the college that's the only place that offers preparation for that? Or what happens if you get a physical injury that disallows you to have that career? And then prepare a plan for preparation. Start taking the classes now that will help you enter into that field more successfully. Be willing to pay the price. If it's that you have to go to school for 4 years and you don't like school, if you're not willing to do that, then you're going to need to make a different career choice. Get the experience now. Intern at places. Make your SAE into something that leads into the career that you want. But in order for a career to work plan to work, you have to implement it. Having a plan in place is not even as good as the paper is written on if you're not willing to implement it.